Strategical's the name, Transport Fever is the game, and we have travelled 14 years into the future. Yes, believe it or not, I am now completely out of debt. Get the noise running again. It's no fun without the noise. Yes, if you check, it's now 1886. It was 1872. As you can see, all my lines are in profit, all green. I have been making profit every year. 600 to 700k, nearly 800k 3 years ago. And my loan is zero. I have just finished paying it all off. It was a very boring wait, but it was worth it. And I can now start borrowing money again if I want to build anything. But anyway, let's have a look at the current situation. Looking at the towns at the top, Garbage is still the largest town, but look what's in second place. Hostile. Originally that was second from bottom. It's now the second largest town, and it is growing. It is growing faster. Let me turn this costs off. I show income. Yes, it's growing the fastest. It's growing faster than the other two towns, and interestingly, when these trains are going back and forth, they seem to be more people wanting... Well, there's more people leaving Hostile for the other two towns than wanting to come to Hostile. I'm not quite sure why that is. One thing I do know, though, I mean, look at the number of people at the station, the railway station in Hostile. They just can't wait to get out of there. Oh, there's 82 people waiting. I'm pretty sure that the reason Hostile is growing so much is because it's being supplied with products. If you take a look at the city information windows, Garbage is poor, poor, poor for the three different areas, population, shopping and jobs. Derping over here is also poor, poor, poor. And it's only 7% and 8% passenger transport for some reason. They're just not using the facilities, even though they're there. But Hostile has got 32% passenger use, which is mediocre, still way better than the other two. And it's got good jobs because I'm providing it with fuel. So clearly, providing products to towns is a big factor in helping the towns to grow. So my main priority now is to start supplying Garbage and Derping with products. Now there's 6 products altogether. 2 types. 3 types are for shopping. That's the commercial center. 3 types are for jobs. Now, even though I'm only supplying one of the types for jobs, I've got a good rating. So presumably I don't need to supply them all. I just need to supply one of each. So I need to supply something to shopping. And the obvious one is food, which is one of the easiest to produce. All you need is a farm and a food production center, factory, whatever you call it. There's another type of industry which has a very short chain, and that's construction materials. All you need for that is stone from a quarry. I've been looking at the map, and it seems that stone and food are by far the easiest for me to produce. So I'll be doing that. But more importantly, take a look down here at the bottom of the screen at the dock. There's 193 fuel waiting to be transported. Yep. These 2 industries here, the oil wells and the oil refinery, are producing up to 200, and they're overproducing, and I'm not transporting it all, so I obviously need more ships to move it. But Hostile only needs 114 at most. I'm already supplying half of that. So that excess fuel needs to be shifted to garbage and derping. So I've been thinking about the best way to do this, and I'm going to need to put a freight line in. And I think the best place to put it would be down here by these docks, and send out a couple of lines to link up with these two lines to provide a couple of freight routes. But anyway, I will do that presently. Yes, the food production. There are 2 farms on the map, both very close to Hostile, and a food processing plant, also very close to Hostile. So that's very convenient. So convenient, in fact, I don't even need to... I can just use roads. I should probably set up a proper route, but I'm just going to try a bit of road transport. But I'm going to start off with this first. An even easier one I found, which is a quarry producing stone to a construction materials plant. So I will begin with that one. Okay then, apologies for this. We had another time shift, this time back in time, because something went wrong with the recording yesterday. So I've jumped back to the start of the previous save file, 1886, which is when I finished paying off my debt, and I was about to start setting up a line at Derping, and things didn't go as planned. I accidentally made a mistake. I set up passenger stations instead of freight stations, and the line wouldn't work, and it just dragged on, and I couldn't figure out what was wrong, and I basically messed up the game. So I've gone back to where I was, and I will do it again properly this time. Fortunately, in the process, I discovered something very interesting, which I will show you right now. I am going to put... See, that's what I did. I clicked on bus tram station instead of going to freight and placing a truck station. Now then, I discovered something very interesting. When placing a route, as you can see on the road there, the quarry lights up to show that it's within the catchment area. See? In the catchment area, outside the catchment, inside, outside. So what I did was I placed the station as close as possible to the city so that it was still within the catchment area. And I thought that would work. But guess what I discovered? It doesn't. If I place that there now, I won't do it because I don't want to ruin the game. It won't be in the catchment area. I've tested this over and over, deleting and rebuilding. If I build that there now, where it's just right on the edge of the catchment area, when I check the station afterwards, it won't be in the catchment area. And that's annoying. I think that's a bit of a bug. But the solution is very simple. The solution is just move a little bit closer. I want to keep the line as short as possible. That is as short as possible. So I'll just move in a bit more to be on the safe side. And I'll check that by clicking on the station. And if it still lights up, it is within the correct area, which it wasn't when I was testing it previously. So now I'll set up another one of these. Can do it much faster this time because I've done it before. Again, same principle here. If I put it there, it says it's in the catchment area, but it isn't. So I'll come a little bit closer and then check it. Yes, it's still there. The one good thing about spending ages trying to figure out what the problems were was that I actually managed to get a pretty well optimized route up and running. This needs to be delivered now. So I'm going to pick up stone, deliver it to the construction materials location, and I need to deliver the construction materials to the industrial area of the city, which is all these yellow buildings. So after messing about, I found that a really good spot would be here. See, all those yellow buildings are highlighted. That is a great spot for a depot. So there we go. Now, originally when I set up this route, it was running through the town all the way up here and down here, which proved to be very inefficient. And later on, I figured out a better way of doing it. It's quite simple, really, is to build an extra road. Now, I'm not going to do that. 119k. It's a bit hilly, you see. I'll turn these contour lines on. And you can see that we're actually going up a hill here. So don't want to spend too much on that. Or that. Just build it in short segments, as is the usual advice. And I'm purposely going to go around this forest because I like forests. They're nice. And it'll provide a nice bit of scenery as I go around it. Now on the other side, I'm going to slam down a medium street and put a bridge over this river. Because bridges are cool. Now as you can see, it's causing a problem with navigable waters. Now, I'm probably not going to send ships up this river, but you never know, just in case. That bridge will cost me 56k, but I can raise it up, and voila! It's now navigable. And I'm going to make it an iron one, and it cost me a little bit more money, but what the hell. And small country road. Again, where did my contour lines go? Thank you. And I keep my contour lines on. Thank you very much. Love contour lines. Actually, I can turn that down and put that there. There you go. So now... Oh, I'm out of money again. Don't worry, I'll be back in money in a minute. There you are, 205k. Because my lines are so profitable now, I can afford to build things without borrowing. Very important. You see when I stretch the road out, see it starts off with dark lines on the edges, and then when I go a bit further, it starts going white. I think that's when it starts to cut into the terrain. So if you place it so that it doesn't do that, to make sure I'm going in a straight line, then not only should it be a bit cheaper, but it should also avoid building embankments and things. Hang on. Oh, see, I'm getting too perfectionist about this now. It's only a cheap little road, for God's sake. Don't have to worry about getting it absolutely perfect. There you go, it's connected up. Now, the great thing about that is that it bypasses the town. I'm sure I got a much faster route time going this way than going through the town. Because, well, I think the town slows it down, all the other traffic. So I now need to make a line, turn that off, new line. And I'm going to add a station, which is going to be there. Pick up some stone from the quarry, take it there to the construction thingy, and bring it back and drop it at Derping Branch to be distributed to the industries in the vicinity. I am going to name this line Vehicle Freight. Derping Stone. Can't see the keyboard behind my microphone. Where? Derping Stone. Right. And all I need to do now is slam a few vehicles on it. Actually, I'm going to do something This is the best one I've got at the moment, the horse cart. And I'm going to leave it on automatic. When I first tried this, it didn't give the right names. Apparently I can only buy one at the moment. Doesn't matter. I'll set the line, derping stone. And this little truck can start trundling off. Come on, where are you? Coming out of the station. There we go, road vehicle 31. Now, as you can see on the bottom, it says oil, 0 of 5. This confused me the first time I tried it, because I don't want to pick up oil. It's set to automatic, so it should auto-detect. I can buy more road vehicles. My money's gone up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'll have 6 to start. So it says oil, right? I'm going to speed this up. It's going to take a while to get there at this rate. But it takes a while to figure out what it's supposed to be transporting. Now the quarry has detected there's a line and it's starting to produce. It's producing 4. This has also got line usage, but it hasn't produced anything yet because it hasn't received any stone yet. So road vehicle 31 is racing along to the depot to pick up some stone. There is some stone waiting. There's 7 stone waiting. Keep him down there. Oh, look. It's... why can't I click on it? It's because that's open, isn't it? Derpy. Yes, our own old friend Derpy. Let's keep Derpy on the screen. Right, he's picked up stone. No, he hasn't picked up. That's the one, picked up stone. See, it said oil originally, but once he figures out it's stone, it changes to stone, which is good, because we don't want him to bring stone back. Let's stick Derpy up there and zoom out a bit, so we can see the scenery. It's nice to have something to watch while I'm optimizing routes. One thing I have been advised from videos is not to build too many trucks because they're way too expensive and you won't make a profit. Well, from the tests I did with this, I found that to be somewhat incorrect. Turns out you can put loads of trucks on this line. What I found out was I ended up actually putting 14 trucks on this line, and they were making a lot of money. Not making anything yet, of course. Derping stone, minus 15.7k. But look at my money going up. I mean, I am so rich these days. The money's coming in faster than I can spend it. I'm making over, well, maybe $750,000 a year. Right, production, 10. They're producing 42 stone. They're producing 18. Yep, as the deliveries are coming in, production is going up. They're making construction materials, whatever that means. He's coming up over the bridge. Why is he going over the bridge? He's carrying naught stone. What's going on? Construction material. Oh. So the first guy there didn't realize that he had to change to construction material. Idiot. But the second one did, and he's carrying some. And so is... Yeah, that's the same guy, isn't it? He's still carrying stone. What's going on? I need to keep an eye on these trucks, just to make sure that everything's working properly. Always a good plan. Set it and forget it tends not to work very well in this game, because you can set it, forget it, and then when you come back, you find out that it hasn't been working. That's why I always check these routes after I set them up. I know a lot of other people just set them up and go off and do something else. That's probably because they play the game a lot and they know what's going to happen, but I like to be a bit more careful myself, being not so experienced at playing this game. Oh, we got 44 stone waiting at derping. at Derping Central. They're producing 20. Ah, yes, I remember what I wanted to do. I wanted to set them to wait until full. Yes, so Derping Stone. Actually, I think I'll change this to a nice stony color. And Derping Central, full load. And the time for this line is 133 seconds. Now, I know for a fact it's going to be profitable. So I'm just going to horse cart, buy. There's another 6. I can't count. Definitely something wrong with my brain. Set line all, Derping Stone, off you go. Look, they've stopped producing again. They stopped producing production materials. It's probably because I'm not delivering fast enough. But there's 15 stone waiting. That's why I needed to pile a lot of extra trucks onto the line. Right, they're all carrying... Right, he's going back with construction materials. Stone. It'll take him a little while to get properly spaced out. As everybody knows, everything's better when you're spaced out. It's taking him a while for him to catch up. Come on, I need you to produce more than 10. Right, they're already in profit. 12 a year, 27, 18. Do you know, I've got nearly 2 million. While I'm waiting for all this to get going. Yeah, they're all carrying construction materials now. Yeah, they know what they're doing. Upper Derping, nothing waiting. Ah, now they're producing 46. And what I'll do, if I click on the line and click on vehicles, I can set the color from this. Isn't that cool? So I'll set them to Derpy Stone color. And I also found it was best to set it to wait until full at Derping Stone. But they're not quite spaced out properly yet. They're already up to 50 production. Let's check Derping. Mediocre. They're delivering 15 out of 80. Well, that seems reasonable, and it's only going to get better. So let's turn all that off and put our attention somewhere else. Now then. I have to get food from this farm over here on the right to this food processing plant up there on the left. But I don't really want to go through town. There's a road going that way. I should probably build more road and do a bypass. That's probably the best way to do it. For now, though, I'll just get the route set up. I shall start, as per usual, with a truck station. And where shall I put it? Let's find the point and move it in a bit. And click on it to check. Yes, that's okay. Up here, I will do the same thing. Right there, so I'll move it in a bit. And I need to deliver it. Now, very important point. I am now delivering food. And food has to go to... Oh, great. We've got some new trucks. A new kind of truck. Food is not to be delivered to industrial areas. It needs to be delivered to commercial, which is blue. So I need to find a good spot to place a depot, which will cover as much blue as possible. And if I were to put it there, that covers most of the blue, except for this little bit here. Also, it's in an awkward position road-wise. If I move it slightly left, or in fact just there, that would be fine. In fact, I think that's where I'm going to put it. So I've got to destroy a house or two. Can I make it just one? Okay, I'm going to put it there. And now I set my route. New line. Foodstuffs. What color is food? It's probably green, isn't it? Well, someone else said that. So I'll do that. I will add my station here. Go pick up some food. Go take it here to be processed. And then bring it back here to drop it off. And then people will have a reason to go to town to actually buy some food. So what have we got? We've got vehicle freight. Hostile food. There you go. And check that up there, just to keep an eye on it. And where's the depot? The depot is here. So I will buy some road vehicles. And we've got these new road vehicles, which is really cool. Got 3 million to spend now. See, that's what happens when you don't have a bank loan to pay off. Money just keeps going up. It's great. Freight. And we have the DMG Canster. I started off with a horse wagon, which, as you can see, only does 9 miles per hour. Then I moved up to a horse cart, which does 12 miles per hour. And now I've got the DMG Canstadt, which does 16 miles an hour. Wonderful. Now I'm hoping that automatic will work properly on this. And I'll buy, I don't know, 6. Just to start off with. And set line to hostile food. Off you go. And they're racing away. I don't know why they always go to like the last spot first. Oh, a new vehicle is available. A new passenger vehicle. Interesting. Turn that off. By the way, in my previous game, while I was playing it, when everything was going wrong, I got a couple of achievements. I got Transport Millionaire. Congratulations me, I am a transport millionaire. Accumulate a fortune of 1 million without debt. Right, okay, well they're racing up there, and as per usual now, I need to keep an eye on the industry. Right, little bar lamb. Food processing plant. So they are rapidly heading that way. There is nothing waiting. There's food waiting there. There's livestock and grain. Livestock and grain are waiting. Turn the line thing off, can't I? Of course, you can guess what I want to do next, and that's optimize the roads. Yep, food's piling up. No production yet. Doesn't matter. Now then, what's the best way to do the roads here? I want the road to start there. So you're going to have to cross these 2 railway lines. Probably is. Needs to come down this road. So, there's Country Lane. Okay, that'll shorten the route. Back down there, and then this over here is going to be a bit fiddly. Too much slope. Very inconvenient this is. Okay, I'll put it there. Bit inconvenient for the trains, but whatever. Then we need a nice route down here to join up with that. Let's get the shortest distance. Nice little route through a forest. I don't like that. I want a curve there. No. I am so fussy. There you go. Perfect. Right, let's check that route. Yes, the food line is going up there. This green isn't very distinct. Let's try a light green. Ugh. That one, a bit more colourful. There you go. That seems to be quite a decent... and they're producing lots of food. They're producing 34 food, 36, 40. I'll do the same thing. I will do a full load at Hostile Central down here. And are they delivering the food fast enough? That's the question. Let's pick one of these. Racing along. Oh, this guy. Actually, let's follow him. Let's have some fun. Let's see this route. Should have done this with the stone route as well. Ooh, that was close. Now we take a detour through the forest. This could be a built-up area one day. For now, it's a pleasant scenic drive out in the countryside, with really loud birds drowning out the engines. Ah, and there goes Derpy. And of course, stations are selected, which is why we have all this in these white borders. There we go. Clearly the route works. Oh, hang on. I forgot. We need to watch him dropping it off. He's coming back a different way. This looks like the town centre, or something close to it. And back out into the country. Okay, that'll do. Right, so line manager, blah, 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 100. We're making money. Time is actually going pretty fast here. We're at 1893. I'm going to slow this down a bit. Not too much. I've got 6 million. That's got 13 waiting. This has got 48 waiting. How are they off for food production? Well, there's 67 fuel being delivered, only 27. Mediocre. Well, there's one way to deal with that. And that is pile a load more vehicles on the line. Freight, DMG, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And set line all, hostile food. There you are, 12 on the line. No worries. Now, it may be accurate that this piling loads of trucks on a line is not profitable for if you're playing on what is it, medium difficulty, but this is easy difficulty, and clearly it's possible to make plenty of money. So far they're making 114 grand a year. I mean, the train line there, Derping's making 272, Golden Line's making 204, and Derping Stone is making 258. That's as much as the trains. So no problem at all making money on this easy level. Which may be why they call it easy. Okay, so I'm going to close these windows and take a look at what's going on. Still got this massive fuel problem down there, which I'm going to have to deal with next.